Let's talk about your gym and your work as a trainer up in Peterborough. Just tell us how that's kind of unfolded, how it's progressed since you finished your career, like we said, almost 3 years ago.
To be honest, Dan, I didn't want to be in there. I didn't want to do it, you know. And then I realised it was the only thing I knew. And I'm not just saying it. I honestly believe I'm a better trainer than I am fighter. It's mad. And but I'm telling people things to do that I never used to do. And then all of a sudden, when I start sparring and can still mess about, I'm doing them. And I'm thinking, oh, hang on. And then, but no, do you know what it is? I do PTs, one-to-ones and all that, but I get more of a kick out of training like the amateurs, you know, like training boys who want to fight. And I've got this boy at the minute called Matt Cross. I train Jordan. I've got a couple of good boys coming through. But Matt, I get a real kick out of it. I get a real buzz from him because I look at him and just think, he is me, you know? And tonight, hopefully, he's in his first amateur fight, so I want to get back in time for that.
Oh, brilliant. And something we talked about earlier, you trained KSI's brother, Deji, for that big show at Manchester Arena. Unfortunately, came up short on that occasion against Jake Paul. But just tell us a little bit about how that came about and the fight night itself.
Yeah, this little kid walked in the gym and he said, will you train me for my white collar fight? And that's what I was doing at the time. I said, yeah, of course I will.
You had no idea who he was at first?
In my life, hand on heart, I never knew. And I said, yeah, of course I will, like that. And thinking it'd be like a showground or a little hall. I said, where is it? He said, Manchester. I said, bloody, that's a long way for white collar, isn't it? He went, yeah, it's at the MEN Arena. I went, are you sure, mate? I'm like, I think you want to check this out.
You were being pranked.
Yeah, I did. And then I took him to the CAF straight after our first training session, and all these kids were going mad for him. And I was just like, what is going on? Like, he told me he'd done this YouTube, and I was just like, geek, you know? And then
I bet you've learned a bit about it since.
now I've got my own channel. But anyway, and I was just like, what is it? So I've done my research and I've looked into, because KSI come down when I used to train at TKO when that was there, and he come down done a bit of Frank Biglione. So I sort of knew who his brother was, and then I realised that like this is a big thing. Like this is, I got in the gym the next day and he pulls up in a Lamborghini, and I was like, oh right, yeah, he's doing all right. It must be true.
I bet that affected how much you asked for.
And then I realised that it was all happening, and it was happening, and then in 8 weeks, and honestly, KSI, Deji, has never put a pair of boxing gloves on in the gym before, like, the way he pulled up. Like, he come to me and he was southpaw, you know? He knew nothing about boxing. He couldn't restart the game, you know? That's what it was like. And then he come in. So I started him from scratch, and everyone was saying he was going to get knocked out in the first round. And the first time, one of my fighters had to put on 10 kilo. I never heard of that before, you know? We was right out of our depth with the weight, with the height, everything. And anyway, so I got him there. I had to chuck the towel in, unfortunately, in the 5th round. But he lives to fight another day, and hopefully we get the rematch, or we're out in LA against someone else.
Have you found, I mean, obviously you talked about you might be working with Deji again for a rematch or another fight in Vegas, but has it opened other doors for you? Are more people aware of you as a trainer now thanks to that kind of crossover appeal?
It is strange, yeah. Like the boxing world obviously knew that I was still doing bits and that with people, but yeah, like the Joe Public, for instance, yeah, like it's gone big time, man. All the messages I get now just from training a YouTuber. Now all of a sudden, oh, now he's a great trainer because he trains a YouTuber. But I'm thinking, what about these other good fighters I've got, you know? But yeah, it's a completely different world now, isn't it? Like all the 20 below years of age all know this YouTube. And it really has. I think it's good for the sport, you know? It's really opened everyone's eyes and imaginations. And like even down to this wheelchair boxing, you know? It just shows you anyone can get in there and have a go. And I think that's what being part of this WBC Cares team is doing for me. It's helping me open up doors and opportunities for all these sort of people, you know?
And is this you now? Do you have to do any other work on the side, or is it just the training, the WBC stuff? Is that enough to keep you going?
It would have been, but lucky enough, I just started a roofing firm. shout out Supreme. But I've just started a roofing firm with my mate, and do you know what? It gets me up in the morning, gets me out of bed, you know. And we've got work on for a couple of years now, straight with the council. We've got a little bit of subby work, haven't we, bruv? And we're doing all right, you know. But with the WBC Cares team, whatever they want me to do, wherever they want me, I'll drop everything.
Have you got family?
Yeah, it's got good.
I mean, everyone's got family, but I mean, have you got like missus and kids?
Yeah, no, got a missus, got a family. Yeah, you know, very supportive family. Always have, always will do. But we're all growing up now. It's weird. We'll all getting our own friends and own families and moving to different areas. But yeah, they've been supportive. They can't thank WBC enough for what they've done for me. You know, it's the first time I've had a smile in me in 2 years.
Have you got kids?
No, I haven't got no kids. Probably somewhere.
when you do one day, if you do,
yeah.
Would you encourage them to get into boxing? Although it ended on a sour note for you, it seems to have done a lot for you.
I'd always teach them. I want them to know how to fight, but I'd never want them to do it as a career. I don't think that. I looked at this the other day, the statistics. 10 years ago, they're paying people the same they was for a 4-rounder they are now. I think, how can the money not go up for a 4-rounder than it was 10 years ago, Dan? And I think, you know what? I don't think there's enough money that could make me want to see my child get punched. It's bad enough watching my little brother get punched in the face. I don't want to see my kids get punched.
You punched your little brother in the face at least once.
I knocked him out 3 or 4 times. But he deserved it.
Just before we let you go, just tell people out there how they can follow you on social media and so on, what your handles are.
Yeah, I'm open. I'm on everything. Instagram, Twitter, Tommy _ still DAGUN, Digun, and still my boxing name. But yeah, anything boxing related, feel free to ask me questions. I'll get back to you.
Brilliant. Well, we're glad to see you doing well, and we wish you the very best of luck. And congratulations again on your title victory.